Okay. Good morning, everyone. So we are from the team 02. We want to tell you about our extract journal. The topic is about monitoring the environmental temperature using Arduino and Telegram. Okay, next. This is the member of our team. Oke, langsung next. The title is about monitoring the environmental temperature using Arduino and Telegram. The author is M. Wujud Haryanto, Ade Hendri Hendrawan, and Rizkal. They are from Laboratorium Net Centric Computing Universitas IBN Khaldun Bogor. The keyword is monitoring temperature, environment, and Telegram. The journal is published in journal website journal umy.ac.index, published on May 2020.
Okay, for the abstract, air temperature is a state of hot air caused by the hot sun. Factor affecting the amount of heat the sun is the cloud, surface area, sun angle, and duration sun exposure. The heat of the Earth's surface due to solar radiation affect the heat air. Earth's surface air temperature varies due to the diffusion of sunlight that is not evenly on the surface of the Earth. The study aimed to design and implement a series of tools that can measure the ambient temperature and provide information about the ambient temperature via telegram. The method used in the research, this is an analysis consisting of need analysis and analysis of how it works. For the introduction and literature review.
So, who will present this slide?
They inspired by research conduct on monitoring system. A device monitor air temperature easily. They choose the telegram to monitor the temperature so they can check the data everywhere. When they use telegram, the importance of monitoring air temperature in real life to measure room temperature, agriculture like measure plant like mushroom or anything, livestock like measure temperature on fish, chicken or anything, and extra. Next.
Okay, the problem of one use of the network to monitor remote arrays that have large area making it difficult to be managed by individual because like lack of information. Of two, the rapid change in temperature in a certain area cause the result of the measurement to be less accurate.
The research question: what media should we use to monitoring the temperature data? and then how to make the results of the measurement more accurate. Why should this technology be used? Where should we apply this technology in real life? And the last is, what is the impact after these tools finish?
The concept monitoring system is using Arduino Uno Atomica 328. Arduino Uno Atomica 328 was designed by providing temperature information using a series of devices connected to the network using LAN cables. The LAN work not only its operational area, but it also in interaction with other LAN network. For example, with other corporate network, the internet, and others. An LCD sensor configured using a microcontroller would send the temperature information to the telegram when the sensor detects the ambient temperature. And the temperature information would be sent to the telegram within 2 minutes.
First, sensor to measure temperature as a microcontroller temperature output as an input at its space and will be sent to the tab. Research procedure. The process is start and then the DHT sensor will be read the temperature and humidity and the temperature up to 30 degrees Celsius. LED red LED will be on display temperature data, and if not, the green LED will be off, displays temperature data. And if the temperature under 5 degrees Celsius, the green LED will be on and LCD displays temperature data. If not, red will be off and the LCD displays temperature data. And then the data will be sent in a real time to the telegram message. And then if the data is not sent, the DHT sensor will be read the temperature and humidity again, and the process will be repeat itself. But if the data can be sent, we can see the data result and easily monitor it. Next, research variable. The research variable is the author use DHT 11 sensor to measure temperature in the environment. And the controller used Wates and Arduino Uno for controlling the environmental temperature monitoring system. And the result will display LCD while the as output temperature below 5 degrees Celsius as or 30 degrees. The Ethernet still serves as the network to the server using LAN cable, so the data result can be displayed on the telegram. Next.
Result number 1, sensor test. The THT11 sensor is the system was the input sensor. The only the THT11 sensor the result that the sensor read the temperature of degrees Celsius, humidity of 5%. Result number LED test light. When the green LED was on, it indicated a low temperature, and while the red LED was on, it indicated a high temperature. Figure 5 show the LED test result. Result number 3, testing LCD. The I2C LCD test was to find out how the LCD displayed the temperature and humidity. Figure 6 shows the LCD displaying the test result of the THT11 sensor with a 26 degrees Celsius temperature and 54% humidity. Next, result number 4, database testing. Figure 7 display a localhost interface, which is the result of the Telegram application stored in MySQL. Next. Next. Result number 6. System the result. The table presents the system test result obtained from each change in temperature sent to the Telegram. Discussion. Solar radiation affects the average temperature in each region. The greater the amount of radiation energy reserved by an area, the higher the surface temperature in the region. The maximum air temperature is raised sometimes after the maximum light intensity is reached when the light bulb falls perpendicular at midday. For the example, monitoring the temperature of the computer server room was very important to ensure that server performance was not affected due to expensive extensive room temperature. It was found that it was very necessary to design an online monitoring system for temperature measurement.
So who will present the conclusion, please? We now at the conclusion, but no one presented. So who will present the conclusion?
The conclusion, based on the research conducted, it is found that the series of the tool design could determine the ambient temperature satisfactorily. The testing phase have been carried out to examine and ensure that the units function properly. The result demonstrated that monitoring the environmental temperature using Arduino and Telegram application is functioning per intended design and meeting the overall project objectives. Some typical application of the equipment can be used for monitoring and recording the temperature, such as in farming, laboratory, office, and home. The project is successfully implemented within the time frame. Acknowledgement, Journal of Robotic and Control, JRC, Volume 1, Number 3, May 2020, pp 96 100, 101 I, SSN 2715/5072 DOI 110.18196/JRC1321.
Okay, you don't need read the reference. So now we are already arrived in the last of presentation, right? So maybe from another group, maybe you have a question or maybe you have some opinion, please ask to the group too. So actually, okay, I will give a little my opinion, right? Okay, from just okay, I just read the paper. The title actually good. Okay, the title actually good. Monitoring the environmental temperature using Arduino and Telegram. But after I read some paragraph here, I think it's just a basic application from the Arduino Uno and then the DHT sensor for the temperature and the humidity, and using LCD I2C 60x2 and the light actuator. Actually, it's a very basic, and everyone here, I think you can also conduct some experiment using these diagrams. In the figure 1, maybe you can open your paper and see to the figure 1 system block diagram. It is a very simple. They just mentioned, okay, the LCD sensor, Arduino Uno, Ethernet shield, and then LCD I2C 60x2 and light actuator. But they don't explain about how to send data. That's the problem here. Okay, so they just mention. Okay, they just mention here. Okay, I will share my screen. You don't need to stop your share screen. I just want to share my screen, so it's okay. Okay, this is a paper presented by the group 2 here. Okay, started from the page 1. The introduction, okay, they mention everything from the introduction, from the GSM technology and then the infrared camera and everything. They mention everything in the introduction. But after the introduction and then we move to the methods, yeah, we found that this is just a basic application from the electronic schema. Here we have a DHT sensor, the Arduino Uno, and yeah, I have the Arduino also, and then the LCD I2C also here, and the DHT sensor. So I have it also. So this is just a basic application for the electronic schema. And the main problem here, they mentioned in the title about the monitoring the environmental temperature using Arduino and Telegram. Here, the keyword is Arduino and Telegram. Okay, the Arduino is okay, and the Ethernet shield is okay because it's just a common way how to the Arduino can send the data to the internet, but they don't explain how the data is transmitted to the Telegram, right? Because in here in the database testing you just mentioned, okay, this is a database testing. After the data from the Arduino is sent to the internet, but I don't know where is the internet because they use the local host here, right? They use the local host. So they use the local host. It means they just use the local computer to provide the internet service the internet services for the system. And the variable also is just 2, right? So I need to maybe give us some correction to your presentation. The variable is just 2, the temperature and the humidity, just 2. They just monitor for these 2, the temperature and humidity. And everything you can see here, this is just a part of the system. It's not a part of the variable. The variable is just 2, the temperature and the humidity. Okay, that's the my opinion for this paper. And then, yeah, that's the first problem. So they don't explain more. The author, of course, the author of the journal, they don't explain more about how to send data from the Arduino to the system, right? So, and the second is they don't mention anything about how to send this data, this local data, to the Telegram, right? Because we know that to provide this such kind of Telegram features, we need to develop a bot. A bot is a robot chat, right? So we can handle everything automatically from the send message and receive a response from the user. Maybe they need to develop a bot for the Telegram, but they don't mention anything. They didn't mention anything about the bot. So we miss so many information here in this paper. And okay, it is not it's not a mistake from the group 2, but I think, yeah, maybe this paper is not complete yet. The paper isn't complete yet, but it's already published in the Journal of Robotics and Control, and yeah, it just sounds, it's good for them, but it's not good for us because we missed so many information here. Okay, it's no use they provide this code. It's a common code to read the temperature and read the humidity from the sensor. It's a common way. It's the really common way, but they don't mention. Okay, and they use the number, this Telegram. Okay, from the Telkomsel, and then +06. Where is it? +06, because our code is Indonesian code is +62. Okay, so maybe yeah, we miss so many information here. They just draw a picture, the sign of networks here, but why they use the switch stealing and there's a 24 port? It's no use because they already use the Ethernet shield, right? The Ethernet shield. So why they need a switch stealing test 24 ports, and the server also. Yeah, and then okay, then it's sent to Telegram. Okay. Okay. We missed so many information here, but it's okay. It's okay. It's good for the group 2. They try to explain about the journal. Yeah, the we can say it's a not complete journal actually, but it's good. Actually, it's good. The title, we have so many. You can improve this journal after you conduct the swap analysis. You can improve your this journal and write your new journal in the final of this course. So we will start to write journal at maybe week 12, maybe 12, 34. Yeah, maybe in the week 12, you will write your new journal based on this journal and swap analysis. Okay, you can improve it, so don't worry. You can improve this journal by your own journal. And it is good news for you because they use this simple electronic scheme, right? So you can use your advanced scheme. Maybe you can use the WhatsApp bot because it's a popular one, and maybe you can run a professional server to handle the data from this electronic scheme. You can still improve it, don't worry. Okay, maybe that's just my opinion for this journal, but okay, from the group 2, you are really good. you try to present everything from this journal. Even this journal isn't complete yet, I think, but you are really good. And we can see a lot improvement from the first group one, because yeah, because maybe you already know how to extract the journal, and you know about some maybe some the feature of this journal, because you read more, and you can explain in your presentation. But I will okay, maybe this is still a common mistake, right? I will open your presentation first. Maybe this is still common mistake from the first and the second group. Let's stop the presentation. Okay, this is the slide from the second group. Okay, this is good. This is good. Okay, so this one published in. Okay, so I already mentioned about the published in field here. So while you try to find about this one, where the article is published, you can focus on this one. Okay, I will open the paper. This one. This article is published on a Journal of Robotics and Control. Okay, and it's published in the volume number 1, issue number 3. It's published on May 2020. It's located in the page 96 to 101. So, okay, you just write these things down here. You can just copy it and then you put it in your slide. It's enough. Okay, so you don't need to write the journal website and everything else, because it's just show the published location. You don't need to write it. So you just put something like this and it is enough. Something like this. Okay. Okay, I will put the times maybe 18. Okay, you just put something like this. It's okay. You don't need to write any website page or everything else. Just write the journal name and the volume and the issue number and when it was published. So from this information, we know that it was published on the May 2020. It's last year, and it's located in the page number 96 and 101. So just write something like this. You don't need to write any other information. Just write the journal name. Okay. So that's my opinion and my revise from your presentation. So maybe in the third group, you can start to you can start to prepare your journal and your presentation. And please don't make the same mistake like the first and the second group in the publish in. Okay, I will stop sharing, and maybe from another group you can start your question to the second group, or maybe your opinion to the second group, please. We still have maybe 30 minutes before I will close this session. Please, another group from the group 3 or 1 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Please ask your question to the second group, or maybe you can share your opinion to the second group so they can improve their article writing in the final of this course. Okay, please. Okay, I almost forgot to share the attendance link. Please check your attendance in the link I already sent in the chat. we have 32 students here. So maybe 31. Okay. Okay, please, another group. Please give your comment and or your question to the second group. They prepare their presentation very well. No question, no comment for the second group? Okay, if there is no question or comment on the second group, okay, I will try to comment more about the second group presentation. So I will open your presentation again. And I would like to give some suggestion to your presentation. Maybe it's yeah. Okay, we started from this published in this one, and abstract is okay. Introduction and literature review. You need to talk more. Okay, from the introduction and literature review, not just a 3 point like this, because we still don't get a lot of information from this one, introduction and literature review. And then, okay, the problem is okay. The research question is okay. Oh, double introduction and literature review. Oh, this is a literature review, maybe. And the methods, okay, the method is okay. So actually, it's not the methods. It's we can call this one is a architecture flow, right? So it's not a method because you mentioned everything about the architecture here, from the system, and then okay, everything after the data until the data sent to the telegram. So it's an architect architectural flow. This is another research procedure. This is also the flow also. This is we can call this one the system architecture. No. System flow maybe, because this is a flow chart diagram, right? And it's mentioned about where the system is begin from this one, and the DSC11 just they start with to temperature and humidity, and when temperature above or equal to 30 degrees, the LED then or that LED then turns on, and the LCD display will the LCD will display the temperature data, and when the temperature is below 25 degrees, then the green LED is turned on. The LCD, yeah, it's just flow. Also this is we can call this one the architectural flow. So actually, in this paper they don't mention about the research procedure. Actually, the research procedure they don't mention about it. The research variable, okay, I already mentioned. We have just two here, the temperature and the humidity, but we don't use so much for these two variable. They just mentioned because they just monitor it. Okay, the result is okay. The result is okay. The result is okay. The result is okay. Yeah, I just already mentioned that we missed a lot of information because the paper I think is not complete yet. Okay, the discussion. If in the paper there is no discussion part, you don't need to put the discussion in your slide, because I think if you write something like this, it is actually it's not good, because in the paper they don't mention about the discussion. Okay, they don't mention about discussion. They just mention about the result. So if in the paper there is no discussion, please just don't put any discussion in your presentation. Just follow the paper flow, because every paper has a different format. Each publisher they have a format. So compared to the first group, the paper in the first group is almost complete. The format itself is a really complete. It's a common format. Okay, it's a common format. It's not. It is just not like the second group paper, because maybe this is a local paper, right? It's published in the Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta, I think, right? UMY, right? Because it's a local paper format, so they remove some part in their paper format. So if there is no discussion, and you can remove it. And also, I think in the introduction and the literature review, they combine into one in the paper. I will show. Okay. Where is my chart? This one? Here. You can see here in the introduction. After the introduction, they just jump to the methods. Okay, because the introduction and the literature review, they combine into one. So you need to pay more attention to this one. If you find something like this, I will try to compare to the first group, the paper from the first group. Okay, here. After introduction, then okay, they have a literature review, because it's published on the IEEE. Okay, it's not a local journal, but it's an international journal. So maybe because it's an international journal, they follow the common format of the international journal publisher. So in this case, the IEEE is the publisher, so they have this format. The format almost similar, right? You can see the format almost similar from the introduction, and then okay, the column also they use the two columns here, and the citation format is also almost similar. There is no difference. But in the local journal, you can see here the Journal of Robotics and Control published by Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta. Here, they remove some part. In this case, for example, after introduction, okay, here, they just jump to the methods. There is no literature review. They combine the introduction and the literature review into one part in the introduction. So, so if another group, so we still have a group 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you find this type of the journal, you need to pay more attention to the content, right? So you can see here, the format, because it's not very common to another format. You need pay attention from maybe from this one here. Some researchers have conducted a temperature monitoring study using a microcontroller. We can see here they already started the literature review from this point, because they start to give a citation here and here, right? You see they put so many citation here, so we can conclude that they already started their literature review from here, because this format, because if they follow this format, they don't have a place for put the literature reviews, so they just combine it. Okay, so this is the literature review starting from here until, where is it, here. Okay, and this is the like the research question inspired by the research conducted on monitoring system. Here was designed to provide providing the better information using a series of devices connected. Okay, okay, that's the first one. Okay, that's for the first, and the method. Okay, the method is not quite clear here. Okay, I can say because they don't mention anything about the method. They just mention everything something that have a correlation with the engineering field. You can see the system block diagram, and then flow system flow, and then schematics, flow chart, everything that has no correlation about with the method, because they don't mention about the research method. We have so many research methods actually. So for the engineer like us, we usually use a method that's suitable for our system development, like maybe waterfall and a waterfall model V, or maybe the spiral. We have so many research methods that we can use that it's suitable for the engineer like us. And once more, because this paper actually, I think, is not complete. It is not complete. They don't mention about the methods. So okay, it is okay. I admitted that this article is okay, and maybe some in some way it is not okay. The explanation is okay. They try to explain more clearly, but yeah, when we already arrive in the here in the internet field, from the system to the internet field, we don't find any information about how to transmit the data from the Arduino to the internet, because they just use the local host from the local computer, and they use the Telegram. And yeah, we don't find any information about it. So okay, maybe in the third group you can find a good journal article. Please, if you find one, please send the article to me, and I will read the content first and decide it is a good article or not. Okay, for the third group, please prepare your article. And because there is no question or comment, I will check your presence. It's a 29. We have a 33, no, 32 here. So it's only 29. Okay, I will repost the thing. Okay, if it is only 29, okay, we are going to the camera attendance. Please start your camera. I will capture your screen. Please turn on your camera, please. Okay. Where is Handiko, Velia, Abdul Mujibur Rahman? Your camera isn't turned on yet. Fiosa, Sandy. Okay, I will capture your screen. Okay, it's already captured. You can turn off your camera now. Okay, thank you for your participation for this session. Good presentation for the second group. You try to explain more about the journal, even the journal is, I think, is not a complete journal. So for the third group, you can start to find your article journal. Please send it to me, and I will try to review is the journal is good or not. And after I decide the journal is good, you can start to explore the journal and start to write your presentation in the PPT and share it to your friends in the group. So next week we can start the presentation immediately. So we don't need to waste our time again. Okay. Okay, I think it is enough from me. So this is the end of this session.